Yeah. I told my family, I was like, "Oh, I'm doing a podcast with some buds." Like, "Oh, cool, link it to us." So I sent them the link, and it's just like, "This is interesting." And Dad, like, "What the hell is this?" I'm like, "It's a podcast, Dad." He's like, "What's a podcast?" I'm like, "That has a lot of answers that I'm not going to get into."
Oh no.
What is a podcast?
A miserable little pile of MeUndies.
Hello and welcome back to Fun is Infinite, a podcast about the history of Sonic the Hedgehog, because we're not really talking much about Sega from here on.
Fuck Sega.
It's mostly just gonna be like, hey, here's the video games, I guess. So let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 1.
More like service gays.
Wow.
I made that joke to Nemi and she told me I wasn't allowed to make it on the podcast.
I guess I have to cut it then.
No.
No.
If you cut it, I quit.
It'll be funny. She'll love it.
So, how much of Sonic 1 have y'all played?
I have beaten it multiple times, and more like Sonic the Hedgehog, not that fun.
Yeah.
Probably almost none of it.
Okay. Kara. Name every level from Sonic the Hedgehog 1 that you can name.
Oh god.
Yeah, are you a real Sonic fan?
No!
Name me one of Sonic's albums. Go.
Green Hill Zone, I know that one.
Okay. 1 out of 6.
Is Chemical Plant Zone in one?
That's in 2.
Fuck!
You failed.
Well, I don't play much Sonic.
Real gamers detected. It's me and Austin. Thank you.
There's Green Hill Zone, there's Blue Hills. Fuck! Never mind.
No, but there is Blue Ball Zone, and that's only half a joke.
Was it really?
Kinda. The special stage from 3 is collecting blue spheres.
That's what they call me. Blue Ball Zone.
Ugh.
Which, according to one of the betas, was originally just written out as collect blue balls.
Jeez.
Anywho, the year is 1990. Nintendo is absolutely dominating the market, and Super Mario Bros. 3 has been released to ridiculous sales numbers. Sega President Hayao Nakayama ordered that a new mascot title be made for the new Sega Genesis, and the original plan was for it to be a new Alex Kidd game, but this was thrown out because they thought it would be a little bit too close to Mario.
I don't even know who Alex Kidd is, so they made the right call, evidently.
You don't know who Alex the Kid is.
He was like their mascot for the Master System, and he's shown up a lot in games since then as like a little cameo. But there hasn't been a new Alex Kidd game in quite some time. I think there's a remake of one of them coming out soon. At time of recording.
Oh yeah, they're making a new Alex Kidd, huh? Yeah, Alex the Kid and Miracle World DX.
Huh.
Yeah. Alex the Kid is coming back, and there's not really that much exciting about it.
I thought you were going to say Alex the Kid is coming back and there's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, it looks fine. Sure does look like an old game updated. Looks fine.
I think it's done by the shit, what was that game? Monster Boy?
Maybe. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There was like another Master System game that got a hand-drawn remake a year or two ago.
Excuse me, it's not Alex the Kid, it's just Alex Kidd.
Oh, I thought that was a bit you were going with.
No, I was just wrong. I edited that part out. It was a bit.
No.
No, I'm also the fake gamer.
Good. We're all fake gamers here.
So, Naoto Oshima, a designer known mostly for the Phantasy Star series at this point in time, was given the task of creating a new mascot character for the company, and he decided upon using animals for this new game. There exist easy-to-find sketches of Oshima's various character designs he was throwing at the wall, hoping something stuck. But the company favorite for a while was a rabbit character he had made.
Mm-hmm. I think it was called Mr. Needle Mouse, wasn't it? Or they were going to call him that.
That's a weird name to give a rabbit.
Oh, I don't know. I know some little weird trivia things about Sonic the Hedgehog 1, but I haven't thought about it in so long that it mixes up with different things in my brain.
It's a little cruel of them to use animal testing for their video games, don't you think?
So, since Sega was initially considering using the rabbit, I guess the idea was going to be, like, basically mischief makers, because he could have grabbed stuff with his ears, but also jumped real high. Other ideas that showed up but weren't used were a kangaroo, a squirrel, and a funny-looking mustached man wearing pajamas.
What?
God, I could have been a video game character.
It's just the Mario 3, but we already knew it was a dream.
It's funny because my name is Ganon.
You are Ganon.
Oh, did we introduce?
Nah, I'm sure if people are listening to this, they probably listened to the first episode.
Sure.
Listen to episode 1.
Just the first few seconds so you know who we are. Thanks, Spot.
So, hey, multiple choice question time.
Hell
Which one
yeah.
of these was Sonic's original name in Oshima's sketches?
Oh.
A. Shinkan-san, B. Mr. Hedgehog, or C. Akanishin-kun?
I want to go with A.
What was I?
Shinkan-san.
Wait, like is
Shinkan?
Shinkan's son like sun but bullet train? I'm gonna go with C.
The answer is B. Mr. Hedgehog. Also,
Fuck.
it can be read as Mr. Needlemouse.
God damn it!
What
God damn it!
What the fuck?
You tricked me!
We've been had. You played us like a damn hedgehog.
Also, Kara,
What?
you speak some amount of Japanese, correct?
I wasn't paying much attention.
Okay, because Akanishin is literally Japanese for red herring.
I didn't know that. You think my Japanese professors taught me what red herring was?
You don't know what the word for red is?
I mean, I knew Aka, but, like, again, I wasn't paying much attention.
He has red shoes. You don't fucking know.
Yeah!
Here's a fun fact. Sega was so preoccupied with the idea that the game needed to succeed in the States due to a common belief that anything that succeeds there automatically succeeds in Japan, that when Oshima went on vacation to New York, he apparently just walked up to people and showed off his various sketches to see which one resonated best with the American people.
Wild.
Sonic obviously got the most picks, but I'm kind of trying to imagine the idea of, like, just this kindly Japanese man walking up to you and going, which of these characters do you like best?
God.
Here's my best friend, Red Herring, son.
Do you perhaps enjoy Mr. Needlemouse? Fuck you and fuck off? Got it. Thank you.
Also, just to go back real quick, I'd like to thank my buddy Inferno, because I needed some fake names for that, because I couldn't come up with anything. And he came up with Shinkan-san, because, yes, that's the bullet train.
See, I know Japanese, fuck you.
So here's some interesting facts about the final design of Sonic. He was originally much lighter colored than he is now, but he was changed to stand out against backgrounds and match the Sega logo.
Oh,
Sega.
that's cute.
His shoe buckles were heavily inspired by the buckles on the boots of Michael Jackson featured on the cover of Bad.
Huh.
Good. I'm glad. This is good.
The game was mandated to be playable with exactly one button and also the D-pad, so he was made more spiky for his final design to visually emphasize that his jump and spin are his attacks. And finally, the reason his shoes are red and white are, I shit you not, because Oshimo is trying to remind people subconsciously of who he considered the most famous character in the world. That's right, it's Santa Claus.
Oh my god.
And that's how Santa gets to every house on Christmas night, kids. He moves too fast.
He's got
the
his
fastest thing alive.
He's got his soaps on.
Hey, here's another question time. It's multiple choice again.
Oh, fun.
Santa's the Sonic Hedgehog of people.
Santa the Hedgehog.
He does go fast. How do you deliver presents if you don't go fast?
Exactly. Give me those questions.
So, hey, which of these thrown out ideas did I come up with as a joke?
Oh, God.
What?
A, Sonic has to fight darkness monsters to save his home from a Bumblebee man. B, Sonic is in a rock band with his friends. He's very good at rapping. C, Sonic has a human girlfriend named Madonna who loves him a lot. Or D, I made up none of these.
D, you made up none of these. No, wait.
I
I think it's A, actually.
think you made up the one about him being a good rapper.
No, that one's true.
What?
I know for sure B and C are true.
I do see it's true.
B, there, while he's not rapping in the rock band, there exists, art you can find in Sonic CD of Sonic rapping, but he is in a rock band in one of these ideas. He did have a girlfriend named Madonna who looks suspiciously like Jessica Rabbit. And, he did have to fight darkness monsters to save the world from a Bumblebee man.
Damn it. It was...
So yeah, I made up none of these.
Fucking Sonic Limp Bizkit.
I did it for the Nucky. What's the B-Man from?
Well, the Bumblebee fellow was actually retooled slightly. So he did show up eventually. He's this weird, portly, evil scientist. You may know him. His name is Dr. Eggman.
Oh, we're talking about Sonic 1 when it was, at least in our perspective, when it's ported over. So we're talking about Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
We will get to that. We will get to that. Also, hey, remember the funny-looking mustached man wearing pajamas I mentioned earlier? That got retooled into the Bumblebee fellow, and then also retooled into Eggman.
Oh.
I've got the master plan.
The iconic look that Eggman had on his face as well, and like the art for the first game, was made with references to the famous photo of Teddy Roosevelt laughing.
I can see it.
But overall, he remains pretty cute for the Japanese audience. We'll get to the American audience in a bit.
Of course.
Oof.
We need to make him pissed off and have a gun.
I'm
The final creative...
fascist, and I feel you. That's Dr. Robotnik. That's my Dr. Robotnik impression.
I will pull out my Dr. Robotnik impression when we get to Sonic Adventure, because there's like exactly one line that I need to shout.
Come to make an announcement.
That's Sonic Adventure 2. So the final creative piece of the puzzle left to talk about is the music. The music was composed by Dreams Come True keyboardist Masato Nakamura, because I think this was around the time that Dreams Come True, like their popularity was hitting the apex.
He was becoming an Apex legend.
All right, well, that was a good episode of the podcast.
I'm funny.
Oh no. Well, all of his music is pretty iconic nowadays. I'm sure this choice would eventually end up kicking Sega in the ass or anything. Definitely not. No, sirree, Bob. Nothing that they came up with during the production of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 will come up again. Definitely not. Could you imagine if Sonic ever got a human girlfriend?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah, we're just relaxing and having a good time in the year of 2005.
So after the course of 11 months, a time frame unheard of in the industry for its length back then, the 8-man strong Sonic team managed to finish the original Sonic the Hedgehog, a game about a small hedgehog fighting for the good of the environment and to save his island and friends from being destroyed by a megalomaniac who is polluting the world and replacing all organic life with robots.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this doesn't sound like anything that's happening in real life. Definitely not.
God.
No.
Why play Cyberpunk 2077 when you have Sonic the Hedgehog? This is not a joke.
Eyes were all over the game in Japan, and the excitement was pretty high, from what I understand. Sega of America, though, they weren't too pleased. Alright, so Sega of America took one look at Sonic, a character made for the American audience, and decided that he was too cutesy to work in the region.
Oh my god.
The CEO, Tom Kalinske, requested that the character be ever so slightly retooled visually and given a different plot. He was retooled a lot and given a vastly different plot, which is to say any. Artist Greg Martin was brought in to slightly redesign Sonic and made a few changes with the instructions, basically boiling down to, kids love edgy characters with attitude, do that!
The old classic put some angry eyebrows on Kirby, huh?
Yeah. American Kirby is pissed.
All the time.
He's pissed off and will kill you with a gun.
He's eating you out of anger.
He's eating up the bad guys and taking away their powers.
And also, he is racist. What?
How dare you?
I do have a soft spot for the old Western Sonic design. It's definitely a bit odd, but it's like not weird enough that I wouldn't hang the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 cover art I have on my wall there.
Nerd.
He also redesigned Eggman, who was now named Dr. Ivo Robotnik, after the Polish word for worker, and made him weirdly frightening. This is also how we got the weird-looking cartoon versions of the character. Which also is the version that appeared in the comics. For the record.
So which cartoon are we talking about?
Both of them, actually.
Oh, true.
And also Sonic Underground, probably. But, like, both of the concurrently running ones that were going on, like, in the early 90s, Adventures, and the one just titled Sonic the Hedgehog. That's weirdly dark.
Yep.
When are we watching Sonic Underground?
Let's make a split-off podcast where we...
Subscribe to my Patreon, and if we hit a certain goal, then I will sit our asses down and we will watch Sonic Underground.
Yes! I've been trying to get anyone to watch Sonic Underground with me.
Yeah, sure, I'd do it too.
If I'm making money off of it, then sure.
Anytime I ask any of my girlfriends, their responses are basically, I'll fucking kill you.
So, here's where we talk about it. You knew it was coming. Let's talk about the Sonic Bible. Praise be to the hog.
Praise be to the hog.
Praise the hog.
So I'm going to be referencing multiple versions of the Bible here because it got iterated on a lot.
Much like the real Bible.
Yeah, we'll be reading the King James version, correct?
Yeah.
That's the one where they made Sonic really gay.
I would have loved to talk about the Dead Sea version of the Sonic Bible, but I couldn't find it. I think the Vatican's got it or something. I don't know. The unfortunate truth is that American Sonic canon doesn't really exist. Because the Bibles were never meant to be publicly seen, and all these ideas got thrown out pretty fast once Sega of Japan started adding more characters. So let's just get into it, because I just want to talk about some of the funnier parts.
Of course.
Sonic the Hedgehog is an orphan.
We all knew this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen his parents in any of the games? No.
No.
His friends taught him literally everything he knows, including Johnny Lightfoot the Rabbit, who is named Pocky in Japan, teaching him how to run good, Porker Lewis, named Picky in Japan, teaching him how to fear fire, a thing that comes up ever.
This is how you fear fire.
I need to teach you to feel fear.
And Chirps the Chicken, accidentally teaching Sonic to roll really fast because he falls out of his nest while trying to learn how to fly. I don't think that's how chickens work. And Sonic imitates him to be a dick. The chicken in Japan is named Cucky, by the way.
Named what?
Cucky.
Okay. No wonder Sonic makes fun of him. Also, this all sounds very on brand for Sonic, considering he's always dumb as shit.
Yeah, like, this is funny, but I'm just like, yeah, this tracks. This sounds about
I
right.
grew up on the streets. Everything I learned from Cucky.
Rolling around thanks to Cucky the chicken.
Dr. Ovi Kintobor is a kindly scientist who is described as being a trim, muscular hunk of a man.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That's word for word, baby.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who is working on a machine that can transfer all of the evil of the world into the Chaos Emeralds. Which, I mean, I guess that makes about as much sense as anything when you've got something called Chaos Emeralds.
Oh, you mean the Chaos Emeralds.
Mr. Obama, no.
Perish.
Also, he's searching for the hidden 7th emerald that can take the final amount of evil. So, I guess either Sega of America was pulling shit out of their ass, or they knew that a 7th emerald was going to be added later on.
They're just really big Dragon Ball fans.
We'll get to that. That's going to come up a lot
Yeah,
during this.
you know that Goku? How can we make Sonic more like Goku? There's 7 of them. There we go. Goku.
When they get...
Unfortunately, a wave of radiation hits his incredible transforming machine, or amazing transforming machine. That's it.
Oh no, his mean bean machine.
He turned himself into a mean bean. Now he's gotta play Fall Guys.
Oh no! But it hits the machine and transfers some of the evil from the Chaos Emeralds into him, and also merges him with a rotten egg like the machine from The Fly?
that I did not know.
He got gold bloomed.
It comes out the other end stinky. Now I'm smelly.
I'm just a dirty, rotten boy now.
Stinky as usual, I see.
That would mean that it was early American Sonic canon that Eggman smells like shit at all times, huh?
God.
But please do remember, he is a feminist.
But after that, it turns him into the opposite man of who he is, Dr. Ivo Robotnik.
The non-threatening feminist egg.
I may be a little bit stinky, but I'm a good guy. I'm a feminist. Talk to me. Let me get into those DMs.
I do kind of love that they went like, hey, how do we make this character like the opposite person of who he is in the game? Well, just turn his name backwards. He's not Ivo, he's Ovi.
God.
I'm live vlogging my women's studies class, Sonic.
Spare coochie, ma'am. It's not even a good Robotnik voice. I just like
That's-
saying.
Mine's not good either.
I'm just trying to think of anything I could add to that.
It's fine. You've brought the info. We've brought the jokes.
The Bible also goes out of the way to describe that Robotnik eats raw eggs with hot sauce
What?
with his bare hands.
What? How does that even work?
So he's got like a bottle of hot sauce in one hand and eggs in the other, and he just
Yeah.
like does like the one hand crack thing and just drips them into his mouth.
Right, he just cracks it right in his mouth and like follows it up with some Tabasco.
Oh,
God, do you remember that old like viral video or meme or whatever of like the guy holding a thing and they just turns it over and like crushes it in front of the child?
no.
Damn it. I wish I could remember what that was from.
Sorry, Austin.
But yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they go, yeah, he likes raw eggs with hot sauce. Like there's a whole paragraph about how he loves to eat eggs.
So,
Which at this point I think is technically cannibalism.
Yeah.
so that means before that, he absolutely despised, would only eat cooked eggs with cold sauce.
With cold sauce. He just he
Sauce that makes it colder.
just slathers on some mayo direct from the fridge.
Nom, nom, nom,
But
nom.
I don't know what the worst part is, the fact that it's raw eggs with hot sauce, or the fact that they say he eats it with his bare hands, and they want you to know that?
Right.
Listen, I'm whispering in your ear directly now. You have to know that Robotnik eats raw eggs with hot sauce.
If you do not picture this perfectly, you'll be in trouble, Buster. You'll never see the light
You're in
of
trouble,
day.
young man. Now I need you to go to GameStop and pick me up a copy of Sonic 2.
For the PlayStation 2.
There's a whole 6-page short story in the Third Bible about Sonic and Kid Tobor's friendship. It describes him as dancing like a pixie at one point. It's kind of fascinating. I recommend checking it out, if only to see what could have been if Sega kept rewriting the plots of the games. I kind of had that thought last night while I was writing this of like, what if Sega kept doing that? Like, what if it was still Dr. Robotnik over here? Still keeping like the 90s edge going.
It's like still just an evil, fucked up version of Sonic's best friend. Ugh.
So most of this actually never got used in any media.
Of course.
Both of the television shows based on Sonic were set in their own version of the world, and the comics were based in the world of the serialized series out of the two of those. It's probably for the best that Sega didn't really end up using the Sonic Bible at all. Even if I do think it would be kind of funny to have a brown hedgehog from Nebraska as a main character. It didn't even really get used in the marketing in the West at all. Most of the marketing over here instead went to showing off how cool it was that Sonic moved fast compared to Mario.
Right. Sega does when Nintendo don't.
You got blast processing. You got your Nintendo don'ts. Like, he moved fast.
You got your Sonic Blast rope processing.
He does it. Remember when you opened the fucking copy of Game Informer and you saw full page ads? It's like, Sonic's here to blast rope, kids.
That wouldn't be totally out of place with some 90s magazine ads.
That's the thing. Sonic will fuck your mom unless you play his game.
Too late, he's already done it. That's how fast he is.
That's not even out of place with Sega. Sega put out an ad for like the 32X where it was like a naked lady on a bed, but like all of her bits were covered by screen caps of 32X games. It was like, there's a naked woman on this bed, but you probably didn't even notice because you were too busy looking at Sega 32X Mega Power.
I remember this ad.
And now you're gonna cry like an anime fan on prom night.
God.
There was a lot of ads like that. There's also one where it's like, I remember when my husband used to play with me, but now all he plays with is his ColecoVision or whatever.
I remember when my husband used to play with me, but now he just sucks Sonic's dick.
My husband used to make love to me, but now he only hangs out with Cucky.
Fuck you, that was really good.
Cucky is a bad influence on the children. Sega also gave away a free copy of the game with new Genesis systems. So that was a pretty good incentive to go out of your way to buy a Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Beforehand, the pack-in title was Altered Beast, which I did mention in the first episode. But if you had gotten a Genesis before then, and you still had like the receipt lying around, you could mail in your receipt to Sega, and they would go, "Oh, okay, here you go, have a free copy of Sonic the Hedgehog."
Oh my god.
Like, they were going all in on getting Sonic into households, and I assume as such they didn't really make all that much money off of Sonic 1, but it did work out in the long run, because obviously the series succeeded. Otherwise we wouldn't be here talking about it.
I love the idea of them sending out free copies of Sonic as like a sorry about Altered Beast gift.
Anyway, the series did succeed until it began to transition to 3D, where Sonic had many problems.
Ugh. Yeah, in North America alone, 15 million Genesis units were sold with Sonic the Hedgehog packed in.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids turning into furries.
That's a lot of hogs.
Like, really crank that hog out.
Oh god. Can't be drinking Gatorade at a time like this. I'm gonna spit it all over my mic.
You cranked that Sonic hog.
No!
So it's not surprising at all to learn that Sega fast-tracked a sequel.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a Sonic 2?
What might be a little more surprising is the fact that they fast-tracked 2 at the same time.
What?
So, before we end the episode, I just want to say that I sourced pretty much all of my info from the kind folks over at Sonic Retro and the Sonic News Network wiki.
Thanks, folks.
Sonic Retro specifically goes into a whole lot more detail than my abridging, and also talks about a lot of the unused beta, some of the programming shit, like more about how the game was first shown off in places, like a lot of really fascinating shit like that. If you are interested in that at all, check them out. There's way more details there than I can reasonably provide in a podcast about cracking jokes with my friends about a hedgehog.
Hey folks, you want that deep hog knowledge? Go online.
Yeah, this episode, we were particularly interrupting of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
I mean, that's fine. I was expecting it now that we're getting more into, hey, let's not talk about the business end of things.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about the thing that we were told we were going to be talking about, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the
Yeah,
furries.
exactly.
Bang, bang, pull my Iblis trigger.
We're like 20 years away from that.
It's a very delayed pull.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about Sonic 06.
Oh my god, Sonic 06 is almost 15 years old.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, don't say these things to me.
It's almost old enough to be considered retro.
I mean, if you ask me, anything that isn't the current system and the last system is retro, so...
Fucked up.
Fucked up if true.
But that's a conversation for another time that people disagree with me on all the time.
Does that mean that your
So-
Series X is a retro console because it plays 360 games?
No, it just can play retro titles.
Let me just...
That's like saying the Wii was a retro console when it launched, you fool.
It was.
It was.
Every day I get out of bed and I
Hey.
open Palm Slam an N64 cartridge direct into my Xbox. Right then and there I start doing the electroshock with Pikachu, my best friend. Not many people can say they beat the Elite Four. But I can.
I just want to see how far you can go with this.
I don't remember the copy pasta very well.
Well, god damn it. Well, until next time, folks.
See you then.
I'm Ganon.
That's Ganon.
Indeed, you are, Ganon.